What do you want?
The views and opinions expressed in the following podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the DVM production empire. That's how you know it's good.
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Backed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy.
Hi, Mr. Josephson. Thank you so much for doing the survey about the movie, and I think when Betty White Meets the Rock comes out, I think you'll enjoy it, and it'll be all because of the help that you gave with your answers.
Well, I mean, I don't normally take these, but I had an afternoon free, so I figured I'd help you out.
Oh, great! We're just going to ask you a couple more things about how you feel about it.
Okay.
And we're just going to get your answers. So, and if you have anything else to add at the end, that'd be great.
Sounds good.
So we're going to start with KLUless College. KLUless College. How do you feel? Do you agree with it? Do you strongly disagree with it? Do you moderately disagree with it? Or do you strongly agree to disagree about agreeing with it?
Well, I would think I'd be somewhere in the middle of moderately agreeing to disagree, but then also disagreeing about agreeing. You know?
I do. I get it. I understand.
It makes the most sense that way.
Totally. No, Juicy Bigfoot. On a scale of 1 to Umbrella, 1 being the best, Umbrella being the okay, how do you feel about Juicy Bigfoot?
I mean, if I had to give it a score, like if I had to.
Well, you had.
Okay, I'd probably say a bowl and a half of oatmeal.
Really, a bowl and a half of oatmeal?
Yeah, because it was.
Is there any way we can make it? I mean, we can make it better. I mean, that's pretty close.
If it was
Umbrella,
if it was juicier, then yeah, I was under with juicy fruit. It's the juiciest you've ever had.
That's interesting. Most people want a bigger foot. You just want a juicier foot.
Yeah, I want the same size, but I want it moist.
Okay, no, I get that. I understand that. That's very very healthy. Now, one final thing we've got here. Are you a fan of tattoos?
Yes, they're great. They're an expression that everyone likes to have differently with experiences in your life, with the feathers and the symbols and the numbers, with the names and the designs and like the wild tequila 18th birthday parties in Mexico and the prison tats, and then like you find a friend that has one because like they know a guy and he's just getting started, so you get a really good deal, but then you end up with a weird hot dog on your face.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
What's going on, Empire? This is Steven's Talking Stupid on the DVM production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to.
That's right.
We got so much stupid.
So much.
We got our normal big 3 stories, but then we got a whole bunch of little stupids everywhere. Some of them are nice little callbacks to previous stupid, because as it turns out, people are still stupid.
No.
Yeah. No.
You know they say it gets better? Does it?
Yeah, it's the opposite almost. Thank God, because it means
doesn't get better.
I got so much. I actually thought about leaving half these topics off, and I'd have next week's show already done.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, nope, we need to get through this.
Get some fresh stupid.
Well, one of them is a stupid that we missed because I put it in the wrong folder. Yeah, I know, but it's still good stupid.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off hearing about a Toronto man.
Okay.
Who
is that? A man from Toronto, or is that an oddly named superhero? Toronto man.
Based on what happened, he's definitely not a superhero.
I'm just really polite.
It's like someone's like, they ask you for something, like, hey, can you hand me that? He jumps in, please, and leaves.
Please?
Please. Can you please hand me the knife to finish killing you? God. At least I'm being polite about it, am I right?
Right.
So you went to college.
I did.
Do you know roughly how much it cost you for 1 year?
Yeah, I think it was $20,000.
Okay, so
to go, but that doesn't include living expenses.
Okay, because you lived in an apartment off campus.
No, we actually. So we had student housing, but it was so like brand new, like they just bought it and whatever, so it wasn't necessarily retrofitted. So like we were responsible for like all of our food and stuff like that. Like there was no like.
So what would you say
food plan
a year of college and living there, all that stuff cost
in New York City?
Yeah.
Ugh. We probably did easily $40,000
for 1 year.
Probably.
Okay, so you're looking at,
and that was like
160 for 4 years. For a master's, you figure how many more years for that?
So that like another 4.
Okay, so you're looking at over $300,000.
Maybe 2. Yeah.
$200,000 to $300,000 for a master's in something. What if instead of $200,000 to $300,000, you could just spend $8,100 and get a master's degree?
Well, I'd think about that.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but you wouldn't have to take any tests.
Okay.
You have to do any work. All you have to do is call them and say you're qualified.
Okay.
And then you pay them $81,000 and you get a real life master's degree in the mail. That's totally real.
Sure.
Nah, then you would have gotten suckered too.
Oh.
Yeah, this Toronto man, with a fucking weird name, Erwin Sneidzins.
Sure. God bless you.
Thank you. Starting from a part of, he doesn't trust traditional universities.
I don't trust him.
Nope. So he decided, after a little bit of internet research,
look at all that ivy.
Mm-hmm. He decided that
I don't trust a building with ivy.
See, he was a business management consultant, and he found a fantastic university, not a traditional one by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
This was a super duper new one that was offering a master's degree program requiring no studying, exams, or academic work for $8,100, and he thought it was just like.
Is it 8,100 or 81,000?
8,100.
Okay, you said 81,000 earlier. And I was
I'm sorry. $8,100.
Yeah, okay.
$8,100.
Okay.
So he thought it was a school that's just like, oh, they get it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. But this definitely seems real.
Sure.
Definitely. He didn't feel like paying all that money to a real school to get a real degree. When he's like,
need that.
So he went to Kings Lake University, which is an online school. It sounds totally legit. He found it by searching the internet, and
of course,
the degree is based on his previous life experience and professional accomplishments. Basically, you call in, have a little conversation with them, let him know all the things that he did. So he communicated with someone over the phone after sending proof of his professional and life experience, which qualified him for the degree. This happened back in 2014.
He worked at a McDonald's from the time he was 14 years old or 15 years old.
Okay.
Till now.
Okay.
What would his master's have been in?
I don't know.
But I'm just saying that's weird.
A master's in corporate
structure.
Corporate dining relations.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. If I had a degree in corporate dining relations, you're like, oh, you went to school for something.
Wow, look at you.
What have you done? I spent 30 years at McDonald's, and then I paid half of my savings to a degree.
Half of my savings. Well, I always say, at IO, I got a bachelor's in comedy, but didn't actually get a certificate.
He is the president and CEO of Mount Knowledge,
an
educational software company. In his LinkedIn profile, he's described as a artificial intelligence gamification patent inventor, keynote speaker, professor, and author. He also
inventor of the fidget spinner.
Honestly, that would be worth way more than an $8,100 master's degree. He ran for mayor in 2014, receiving 104 votes, so he's got some friends. But he said, to me, this is the direction that things are going, so I figured these guys were the vanguard in that kind of stuff. You just call and say, hey, I've done some stuff. And they're like, you know what? Here's your master's.
Go to it.
In reality, it's just a website run by a Pakistan-based fake degree mill called Exact. The company has since denied that they own any diploma mills. Like, well, that's not us. Shut up. So there was an investigation that found that more than 100 schools like this were in operation. None of the schools have physical addresses. Faculty folders are often stock images, and even the accreditation bodies the website cites are fake.
Well, so here's the thing, and this is something. I mean, granted, I've never applied for anything. I've never lied on an application, but I've thought at times I'm like, probably could get away with it. I mean, if you think
to
about,
a degree, if you can
to a degree,
yeah, fucking nailed it. If you can speak knowledgeably on something, you can probably get away with lying to someone. Like if you're trying to apply for a government job, probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
but if you're trying to be a bar manager at a comedy club, you could probably lie about your experience.
But no, I'm just saying because like, you know, they're like associate's degree or higher or whatever. Like, so if I said that I do not have a bachelor's degree, but if I said I had a bachelor's degree, chances are they're not going to go and like looking for it.
Right.
And there's really, I mean, they call the school and be like, this person have a bachelor's degree. Because
I'm sure they can look it up. Like, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way that you can look it up.
How?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't try to hire people based off of a degree. If you have a degree, fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know.
Can you do the job?
Well, I'm just saying that a lot of people, they want a degree in that. So a lot of people will say, I have a degree in this.
There was a Craigslist ad that someone wanted. They listed all these things. Essentially, it's a glorified babysitter's job. But they wanted someone to have a college degree to earn $12 an hour to not only watch the kids, but assist with travel. And do, so essentially, you're being a nanny.
You're a nanny.
For $12 an hour. But they're like, no, we just want a babysitter. Right. But you have to have a college degree. I'm like, for what?
Well, means you finished something.
So he said, Snidzins said that he was on the hunt for a master's degree to validate his professional life experience. And he thought the university was totally real. It felt like they were more legit than the other ones. Their website's pretty good, and when you phone, you get someone there.
But I mean, do you think about it? Like, so I'm gonna apply for a job, and then I'm gonna give you I'll go get a Cricket cell phone, and I'll be like,
Vandalay Industries.
Hold this and be like, and if you pick up the phone, go Harvard.
Hello, all of Harvard here. No, they make a stock like this. See, this is the only number.
What? Patrick Newsom? Oh, he was he graduated summa cum laude.
He's a star pupil.
I remember his graduation. I think I cried because I thought, yeah, we're losing a good one. Go out there, fly, little bird, fly, and make Harvard proud.
And make sure if you ever need anything, you call us on our cell phone.
Call us right here on our cell phone.
Don't ever call the university. We'll act like we don't know you because we're so ashamed of losing you.
I'm definitely Harvard.
I'm sorry, I'm out of minutes. Harvard doesn't have extra minutes for me. Please call me back next month. The university mailed him a degree and several other signed, stamped, and apparently certified documents. He received a graduation cap and gown.
God.
Yeah. He never suspected a degree based on his life experience that required no work, studying, or exams could be fake, as it was in line with his approach to education anyway.
Right.
One of the documents he received was an affidavit certifying his degree signed by former U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. It's a forged document, but... Okay, buddy. That sounds right. That sounds like a real thing.
This was signed by Colin Powell. And he spelled it like colon.
Mm-hmm. And if he was partly erect, he'd be a semicolon You know, because it's kind of
That
hanging
man
out.
is a war hero.
I mean, a colon with a semi, you know, is like a semicolon.
Semicolon.
Yeah, it's kind of got a chub going. Punctuation's dirty, folks.
Grammar's so dirty.
So, if you want to hear, first off, we have the featured faculty of Kings Lake University include Paula Johnson, Lisa Brown, Karen Hazel, Simon Lee,
John
with
Doe.
renowned faculty, Sam Smith,
John Doe.
James Allen, Helen Rose, Sarah Parker, which is, you know, totally real sounding white people names.
The Sarah Parker.
But not that one.
Oh.
It's just Sarah Parker. And then we got some alumni views of the university, which are some reviews. Well, not necessarily reviews, but they're
As far as fake universities go, this is the best. 3 stars.
Mark Hamilton says, well, this is just...
Umbrella.
They say it's alumni of Kings Lake University share their views and experiences about the university. However, it's written from an aspect from the third person. I'm not going to read the entire things, but I'm going to read at least a sentence from each of them because some of them are just so good. So with Mark Hamilton, this is the exact way it's written out, and this guy thought this is a totally real school. Due to education that he received at KLU, Mark is able to work at at a top 500 Fortune company. Mark is not capitalized. Alice Mahoney, due to education of KLU, Alice today works as an assistant manager at a renowned university. Alice is not capitalized. Jason Doyle, today Jason works as a professor at a prestigious university of USA. Sanford S. Gibson.
It's like those text messages you get from the bots.
Yes, that's exactly what this sounds like. It sounds like they had someone that was like, listen, I know like 98% English.
Right.
I'm right there. I can do this. So with Sanford S. Gibson, this is just a good one. We have to read it. It was a colleague who told Sanford about Kings Lake University. After a little research, he came across the fact that unlike other universities, KLU offers unmatchable flexibility to its students. Like, yeah, it's so flexible. I call in, hey, I did stuff. Okay, here you go. The students can study from the home or even from the workplace at any time in the day. In this manner, Sanford was able to study as well as work to support his family. Sanford today, thanks to the education of Kings Lake University, works as a senior HR manager in renowned organization. Almost. It was
just one little letter. Oh, and some specifics.
yes. And then here's another one with Wendy E. Ewing, which is written out looks like Wendy Ewing, which I'm just a big fan of.
Yeah.
Wendy got her master's degree in fine arts with majors in English literature from KLU in spring 2013. Currently, she is serving as a professor of English literature in a leading university of USA. One day, browsing over the internet, she found Kings Lake University. She researched more about it and found it to be a credible source of online education. It was affordability factor of Kings Lake University that persuaded her to enroll with KLU.
Holy shit, this is affordable.
They're all written in such a way where it's like, what do you want to see? Well, I would like to see if I get a good job in the USA. Oh, well, this person has good job in company of USA. Well, I just want something that's affordable. Oh, well,
it's like
Karen.
a caveman.
Yeah.
Like, thawed out of the ice. And goes, Start University. It not be accredited. $8,100.
How does he know about dollars?
When do you get job in accredited university of USA?
Big market money.
Ugg watch Mad Money at CNBC.
Let's see. I need to get... So I don't really know how to just
transition.
Yeah, because this one is kind of a it's also a throwback to a few weeks ago. Do you remember our
Speaking of Nazis?
Close Bigfoot?
Okay.
Do you remember our story about that Bigfoot sighting in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a North Carolina mom who invented a Bigfoot spray. It's called Bigfoot juice, and what it does is that it attracts any Bigfoot within 1.5 miles. It's got that kind of range. It also doubles as bug spray, but it's Bigfoot juice.
Sitting there with like a small bottle and then like a can of Raid and just go. Oh no!
Yeah, she just kind of looks like the kind of person like, oh, I just made this at my kitchen table, because you'll never guess where she made this
At her kitchen
at
table.
her kitchen table.
So no, she's trying to lure one there?
Yeah, because if you want to find Bigfoot, you have to lure it.
Bigfoot smell peppermint.
Ooh.
Is there peppermint in this?
Is this essential oils I've been hearing about? Hey, caveman, stop to university. We go.
We have caveman oils? Or is this Bigfoot oils?
It could be both, really.
I don't know.
I have a master's in oils that you gave me.
For $8,100.
Yeah. I ate so many people to get it. Allie Megan Webb runs Happy Body Care out of Marion, North Carolina. She is a...
Because when I hear Bigfoot juice, I think to myself, they got a hold of a Bigfoot, and they just squeezed it.
It's like olive oil, but with Bigfoots. Yeah, we got so many, we turned it into juice. Oh, you didn't preserve one?
Fucking curb stomp the crap out of them. Call this Bigfoot juice.
Quick, get his nutrients. We need him for science. I need him for dinner. It's environmentally friendly.
Sure.
It doubles as bug spray, and only costs $7 a bottle. It's one of those little eyedropper bottles. And
how much do you use? Does it say?
It doesn't say.
Like a couple of drops will make the Bigfoot come running.
Well, the idea of it is that it masks the human scent and has more of an outdoorsy smell.
Oh, so it won't.
So
So you put it on?
Well, I guess the idea of it is that once it's out there, it'll block the smell of humans in the air, kind of like, I don't know, maybe deer urine or whatever you use to hunt.
Okay.
I don't know how it works. I didn't want to dive into it.
Well, I got my master's degree in essential Bigfoot oils.
Oh, can you explain to me how that works? Huh?
Basically.
Okay, I got a bottle right here. Why don't you go ahead and show me how it works?
So what you do is you're gonna put it on you.
You're not gonna open it first?
No, it's eye drops. It's an eyedropper.
Oh, okay.
You just put it on you.
How much?
Couple of drops. Couple of drops will be fine.
Okay, like big drops, little drops, medium drops?
Well, it's Bigfoot, so big drops.
Oh, obviously. What was I thinking?
And you place it on just a couple of drops. So one on your forehead,
Okay.
one on each shoulder.
Okay. Well, it's burning.
It's burning your forehead. Don't worry about that. That's normal.
I guess that's how you know it works.
That means it's working.
Yeah.
To your skull. But that's neither here nor there. Don't worry about it. So what's going to happen is it's going to lure the Bigfoot to you.
Okay.
And he'll be inside of it. There's a hallucinogenic thing that when combines with skull,
Okay.
it brings out a thing that's like it sends out a message to the Bigfoot.
Okay. Okay.
That you have pictures and slides from your past vacation that you want to show him. And because he wants no part of that,
No.
he'll leave.
Oh, then why would you make this? This seems like a terrible idea. This is Bigfoot repellent.
Find a need and fill it.
We don't need to repel them. They're already so elusive.
I know. Find a need and fill it.
I'll take 4.
Yeah.
When quoted,
And 4 of them cost $8,100.
oh my God, they were $7 a bottle,
I've paid back my education.
and
Everything's
used
in
it,
the black.
and used it in my field of study.
That's right.
So she was asked, well, how do you know it works? That's a tough question. I guess I could ask you, how do you know it doesn't work?
Oh, fuck you.
No. And guess what? There is anecdotal proof that her spray does in fact attract a Bigfoot. Field tests have been done.
I seen it.
Field tests have been done, and they include a recent outgoing by the research group Bigfoot 911,
What?
in which a Bigfoot sighting was reported. The report that made the national news, and it turns out it's just some guy doing a religious fanaticism thing in the woods, just want to dress up in a kabuki suit and get wild and do some mushrooms. They're like, it's totally a Bigfoot. He's like, no, I'm a guy.
Yeah, I'm just a dude.
But her spray worked.
What size shoe you got? 14? It worked. He totally had a big foot.
No, I'm just a clown. Yeah, but look at your shoe. It's so big.
Bigfoot spray.
She says, I think that's enough to say it can attract a Bigfoot. To attract a Bigfoot, you need a smell that is woodsy enough to keep from scaring him off, but slightly different enough to make him curious and come to investigate.
Is that oak?
No, it's not different enough.
Oh,
It's
if that was cherry wood, I'd be interested.
yeah, no.
More of an oak. I smelled oak before.
Yeah, I've smelled oak before. I got deodorant that smells like oak.
You went and bought deodorant?
No, I stole it from a kid.
Okay. Oh, now that kid smells.
So
Like cherry wood.
Fun fact, I threw him against a cherrywood tree. I was waiting for you to notice and track him down.
I can't. I was too busy going, what's that other smell?
I know. It's crazy. I don't want to go near it, though. It's giving me images of someone's vacation. I don't know.
I don't have time for that. I have too much Bigfoot stuff to do.
Here, go get a degree.
I'm working on my degree. You can get a degree for $8,100.
She also created dog deodorant called Stinky Dog Spray. So, if you want something else from her.
That seems to be the thing. People want to make sprays that work. Like we've got the
Sprays and oils.
You got poopery. Have you ever seen poopery?
Yeah.
That stuff works. It's pretty good.
But that's just like an odor neutralizer and air freshener in one, right?
Totally. But I bet you a Bigfoot would be like, it doesn't smell like poo.
Doesn't smell like anything. I'm not attracted to this area at all.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm completely devoid of attraction of this area. Of this 8-foot radius, 7 foot, it's 6. It doesn't last that long.
It's just going away.
She says, while she understands people may doubt the product, and she won't swear there is a Bigfoot herself, but she says, I do believe there's something out there in the woods. I'm definitely not trying to make fun of people who believe. A lot of people are more serious about this juice than I thought. There are people around the world inclined to believe Bigfoot is real. Do you know who believes Bigfoot is real? Her husband, a member of Bigfoot 911.
All right, guys. We're going hunting.
Oh, dear, would you bring the juice? Bring the juice for the friends. Just remember, it's not juice you drink.
No, I know.
It's for hunting, and this time
Stan drank it.
You shouldn't do that. It's a woodsy kind of drink.
I would tell him, but he's now dead.
Well, you know what? There's no Bigfoot inside of him. We would have found out if there was.
Yeah, that's true.
Now this time, I want you to use all the juice, and you take a picture, or we agreed you're going to stop doing this.
All right, we got to find a Bigfoot, guys. I can't be home with her anymore.
Oh my gosh, she sounds the worst.
She made this Loch Ness Monster ale. And it was just terrible.
Well, I told you not to have your honeymoon in Loch Ness.
Well, I'm a part of Loch Ness Monster 411, so I had to go.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess you gotta, if you're paying dues, might as well go.
Yeah. Then she's making a chupacabra coffee.
Actually, that sounds delightful.
It's not terrible.
It's made from raccoon shit.
Yeah.
But it's dry.
But it's a dried raccoon shit.
It's a dry roast.
It kind of tastes like oak.
The leftovers of which have gone into this spray.
Yeah.
I'm glad that there's at least one story that is a callback to another one so far. Let's see how many other ones we can get later on.
Oh my god, callbacks.
You don't have any tattoos.
I don't.
But you're thinking about getting one eventually
I've
one
always
day?
been thinking about getting one. I just never do it. It's not like I'm like I'm not as scared or anything, but I don't know.
Wait, how do you feel about body modification? Like people, like the spacers in their ear, or maybe
I
like
don't like that.
I remember it really creeped me out the first time I saw when they're like marbles under their skin, so it's like you got bumps and shit. I remember we did a story about a guy that had one in his dick.
Yeah.
At the prison, they ripped it out.
I just think like I always think about those guys. You see those guys with the really big gauge in their ears.
Yeah.
It's like sooner or later you're gonna be
when they're like 20. You see, like, oh, okay.
Sooner or later you're gonna be an adult, and you're gonna be like, I don't know. I guess it's like a choice that maybe they'll.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know, but these like long ass earlobes dangling when you finally take the thing out. Those don't snap back.
No, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think you have to get them cut off, and you just have a weird earlobe for the rest of your life.
Ugh,
like there's no way.
thanks.
There's no way to recover them.
No thanks.
Well, a woman got a. She's a body modification enthusiast from Ottawa. We're pretty heavy on the Canada so far, but like I said, she's a big fan.
Canada.
A big fan of body modification. So she decided to get a tattoo in a non-traditional place. That being her fucking eyeball.
Ooh, like on it?
Yeah, like in the actual white part of the eye. It's called a scleral tattoo, which consists of injecting ink into the white part of the eyeball. Yeah, this is like, it's bad enough when I see people with the eyelid tattoos. I'm thinking like that. How is that not the weirdest fucking thing you ever felt? It's got to be painful.
I still think like neck tattoos. It's like, why?
I mean, from like a professional standpoint, maybe, but like personal experience, like if you want a neck tattoo, it's not the worst thing to get.
No.
I mean, if you're trying to get a job in a bank, maybe keep it underneath a shirt.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Kat Gallagher, a 24-year-old from Ottawa, has realized the error of her ways and is now warning other people, hey, everyone, don't get your eyeball tattooed.
She sees the light.
No, she sees nothing now.
Yeah.
Because her eye began leaking purple dye. And it's going.
That wasn't a sound thing to do?
Apparently not.
Why?
I know.
Get your money back.
Can't.
Taking some of that money and put it towards a really good master's degree.
Probably pays for the first, year of school.
Or shipment of Bigfoot juice.
Oh my god, you can get so much Bigfoot juice. You put Bigfoot juice in your eye, it's probably safer than getting your eyeball tattooed. I want you to go ahead and stick a needle directly into my eyeball and then shoot some ink in there.
It'll be fine.
It'd be fine. Like, I don't even want to get laser eye surgery because it's fucking terrifying. That's the idea of them cutting part of the layer of your eye open, getting rid of some shit, and then stitching it back up. I'm like, I'll be that asshole that complains all the time about having to wear contacts and glasses rather than have a laser in my eye. So this woman who already has a forked tongue, piercings, and tattoos, she was like immediately upset that, or it went immediately wrong. Because purple dye, like I said, started streaming down her face, and her eye was swollen shut the next day.
Harold, open up. I know you're in there, Harold.
I don't want to.
Harold, open up the door.
I don't want
Harold, listen. My eye is leaking purple.
to. You always say that.
It's literally leaking purple.
Yeah, purple, whatever color tears you want to have today.
No.
Yesterday. Blue the day before.
No.
Combine the two, you get purple.
No. Like, my eye is leaking purple. You stuck a needle in it yesterday. You put purple in it, and now the purple is leaking. I want my money back. I need you to fix it.
I don't remember. I don't remember you saying you wanted good work. You just said, "Would you put some purple in my eye?" And at no point did I guarantee that I knew what I was doing.
You actually said, I guarantee you that I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I do it all the time.
Well, what I meant by that was I have a master's degree, but I've just watched a lot of YouTube videos and figured it out that way.
If you have a master's degree, you should know what you're doing. You just stick a needle in someone's eye and cut out purple.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
That's the end of the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Go away. Not getting a refund, though.
Yeah, no refunds.
That's how you deal with customers. Like, you screwed up. Yep. What are you going to do about it? Nothing.
I should get money back.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, probably. She knows multiple people who have had tattooed scleras before, and they haven't had an issue, which means there are multiple people getting eyeball tattoos in this world. Oh, don't. You're going to look up pictures of her?
No, well, I was going to look at a picture of an eye tattoo.
Well, because she posted pictures of her eye tattoo leaking.
Ew, no, I don't want to see that.
Oh, my God. I hope it's the first. Damn it. So, she says the person who did hers was unqualified and pushed her to do it until she gave in.
Ew.
Oh, that's gross.
Seriously, though, I mean, it's gross, but...
I don't want a tie-dye shirt in my fucking eye. Thanks.
Get your eyes hypercolored.
Thanks, I'll pass.
No.
She said, I took my eyesight for granted and trusted someone I shouldn't have. And even if this heals, my eyesight is not going to come back.
It's like those people, like, that get, like, their makeup tattooed on.
Like permanent eyebrows.
Or permanent eyeshadow.
Yeah, I've seen that too. But, like, the permanent eyebrows is like, what if you don't want to be surprised every day?
Just wish I had thought about it because I didn't want to be surprised.
You didn't hear about.
No, I never know.
I never heard about resting bitch face until I started seeing people get tattooed eyebrows, and it's like, oh, it's just a permanent look. Like, why do you always look angry? This is just how I am. I'm actually quite fine. Well, your eyebrows seem to show that you're angry. Yeah, I was angry the day I got them. He just traced my wrinkles.
Right.
Yeah, she's considering legal action and thinks the artist used the wrong needle, which forced undiluted dye too deep into her eye. So gross. Like, I haven't even seen pictures of it because it's like, oh, there's pictures. I'm like, nope, I can go my whole life without ever having to see that.
I don't want to see what like a good one look like. I don't want to see. No.
Yeah.
Pass. Hard pass.
So a fun activity, speaking of fun activities, a fun activity you like to do is about this next story. If you and one friend, not me, because I wouldn't be there, if you and one friend escape jail, what's the first thing you would go do? If you can go to any place, what's the first place you would go?
A non-extradition country.
Okay, let's say you have less than 24 hours and you're on foot and you have no money.
Okay.
And you hop the fence and you made a break for it. What's the first place you go?
Man. Well, somewhere I could hide.
Which is like what? Like a building of some sort?
Yeah.
Like what, would it be a business? Would it be a house?
Well, am I wearing the prison uniform?
Let's say yes. No, let's say no. Let's say you found some clothes just hanging out, and someone's drying them on the line. You're like, oh my god, this is my size. Like how it works in every.
Like an IKEA.
That'd be a good place
because you could blend, and you can whatever. Like you could sit in or a mall, because there'd be plenty of places to like hide and. But yeah, I go to a mall.
Well, Kelsey Lane Mast and Samantha Faye Toop jumped the fence of Edmonton Institution for Women, and less than 24 hours later, they were found hanging out in an escape room. They escaped jail to go to an escape room.
Good.
Yes. They're like, you know what? It was so easy the first time. I bet we could do it. I bet we could.
Why? First of all, how did they have money?
No.
You got to pay to get in an escape room.
Well, they showed up to Side Quest's Adventures, and co-owners Rebecca and Jonathan Law were inside, and they were the two. They said we had two ladies come down the stairs inquiring as to what we did and what an escape room was all about, which is a pretty typical question. So we talked to them for a couple minutes explaining escape rooms, and when one of them asked to see one of the rooms, like, oh yeah, sure. So they gave them a little tour of the rooms, and then some cops showed up, like, there are a couple of women coming here recently. Like, yeah. Did they have an appointment? No. Can we see them? Oh, sure.
Good Lord. Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. They thought they were going to hang out there and do some puzzles?
I don't know. I think it was just because it was so, like, they might have been thinking Shawshank Redemption in their head, and once they hopped the fence, they're like, listen, that was way too easy.
Right. We got to get some real challenge.
We also have to get the pirate gold. Because if we don't get the pirate gold, then what's the point of escaping? You know?
I don't think I've ever done a pirate gold escape room.
Well, yeah, you've never escaped jail, then, because the things, you know?
We escaped in the alien vessel. That was cool.
That makes sense. Realism.
Yeah.
They got to train you. They're
Yeah,
out there,
cool.
man. Bigfoot juice.
Yep.
So that's a pretty stupid move by some inmates.
Right.
Now we got some stupid moves by a website. Have you ever? Let's see if you ever heard of this niche website. Have you ever heard of Amazon.com?
I've heard about it.
Apparently, one of the problems that they had lately is that, you know, that they use the people who frequently bought together, or the customers who bought this item also bought whatever.
Yeah.
You're agreeing as if you know this story.
Well, I have a bit that I do, but it's based off of the truth of, like.
Oh yeah, okay.
When I got the video and I got, for some reason, a banana hammock. It's a banana hammock and the Dukes of Hazzard Great Santa Claus Chase. And I did not order that, but I got it by mistake in the mail. But
Sure.
I wanted to see. And then when I called them, I'm like, you guys want me to put this in? No, it'll cost too much to ship back.
Fuck it.
Keep it. I'm like, you.
You're like, you can't make me keep this.
But I wanted to put it in my search so I could see what other people have bought with it. But then I was like, I don't want that in my search.
So you're going incognito mode.
A fleshlight and the Small Wonder box set was going to come up or something.
So the algorithm was suggesting items that could be bought together to produce explosives. You know, essentially like, oh, you're buying this one thing. Would you like the rest of the parts to make a homemade bomb?
Oh, no.
Yes. What's worse, the fact that they're suggesting that they buy them together, or that customers who also bought these items. Oh, so people are definitely just buying DIY bomb kits on Amazon.
Yeah. And with Prime, you can get it tomorrow.
It's so convenient.
It is.
The ingredients, which are all legal to purchase, were included in the frequently bought together section listing for chemicals. Other materials that could be used in bomb making, such as ball bearings, ignition systems, and remote detonators, were available on the site, and some of them were suggested on the same page as the chemicals. And the customers who bought this item also bought this.
Thanks, Amazon.
Yeah, it's great.
One-stop terrorist shopping place.
I just, I was like 90% there, and I'm like, what's not working? Oh, Amazon suggested I get this switch.
And look what happened.
Thanks, Amazon. You're the bomb.
Oh, No.
And of course, Amazon's biggest competitor, Walmart, also got a fun story with them. You remember the story we did previously about the Walmart wanting to do delivery service where employees like on your way, or was it Walmart or was it Amazon?
It was Walmart.
Yeah, I think it was Walmart. Where it's like when you're on your way home, you can just deliver something. Like, yeah, you're going on the way. Just take this to Bill and Jenny.
Oh, they were having employees do it.
Yeah, just like at the end of the shift, like they have.
That's definitely a Walmart thing.
Well, they have definitely one-upped themselves. Like that's kind of like the trashy way of doing things, and this is like, no, let's cater to our rich clientele. Walmart is testing this service where deliveries who drop off Walmart or delivery workers who drop off Walmart groceries, where the service would also involve them going into your house and bringing the food to your kitchen and putting it away for you.
Well, Peapod brings it in.
Right,
but they don't put it away.
But are you home when this happens?
Yeah.
Do they have a key to the house?
No, I'm home.
Okay, well, this is when you're not home.
That's the other thing. Well, that was right up there with Uber Dog. So, I guess they've made these boxes that I'm supposed to walk your dog. I gotta take Scruffles. There's a box that hangs on like their door.
Right.
Kind of like a runner's key kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it changes, the code changes every day or after every use.
Okay.
So like
they can essentially use it to get in the house.
Your dog walker comes over and uses the keypad that they're given, the combo that they're given. They take the dog for a walk, bring the dog back, lock the thing up. Now that combo doesn't work anymore.
I think we're getting too trusting with services.
A little bit.
Because now they want to have Walmart employees, the people who are famously underpaid and have like little to no benefits.
Right.
Now we want to have these people walk into our unsecured homes and just trust that everything will go fine.
Right. Nope. No thank you.
Vice President of Walmart's e-commerce strategy and business operations, Sloan Edelson, says, as a homeowner, I'm in control of the experience the entire time. I'm watching the entire process from start to finish from my home security cameras. As I watch the associate exit my front door, I even receive confirmation that my door has automatically been locked. I'm like, sorry, not all of us live in a space house and are being serviced by our employees.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to steal from him.
No, and plus, he lives in
a gated community.
Oh, yeah, he lives in probably a super fancy area. They don't specify where he lives, but it's like they're testing it in where are they doing it? But he says like this may not be for everyone, but we want to offer customers the opportunity to participate and test today and help us shape what commerce will look like in the future. There's never going to be a time where I feel safe having a Walmart associate show up to my house, coming in my house, anything like that.
But I'm not there.
I don't even want anything delivered from Walmart. I'll go to the Home Depot, which is probably right next to it, rent the truck, take it myself, because, again, I don't want Walmart employees knowing where I live, seeing how to get in, or having access to it when I'm not there. I don't like it when friends and family come over unannounced. You think I want a Walmart person there on purpose? No. Speaking of having tanks in your house,
yeah.
So you just moved? Do you know if you are in a homeowners association?
No, but Naperville's very Naperville's very strict. Like Naperville handles, whereas like where we had before, they handled the we used to have a different garbage company than like maybe our neighbor,
right?
But you gave us a different day,
right?
Naperville handles all of that. Like, they make sure that...
Right, but so, like, you don't have a homeowners association?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Nobody's, like, confronted us and said, hey,
well,
I'm having a meeting.
I don't think they would, since you don't actually own the home. You're just renting it. Mm-hmm. But there's a home... I personally hate HOAs. They're the fucking devil. Like, I get the point of them, right, but it seems like a very small minority of them are actually efficient in doing things the way everyone wants, and the rest of them are just, you get that one shitty person on the block that somehow gets to be in charge, and then they take it out on everyone, every little thing. Like, if you end up living next to that person, I've seen so many horror stories online. I love reading them because it just fuels my hatred for homeowners associations even more. But of people just getting fucked over by them, or trying to get fucked over, people attempting to get bullied into it. Like, you're the one house on the block that has a standout from it, and like, well, we've made up a list of charges, and this is all the things, so we're going to take your house from you. Like, that's not how things work. No. But they're so ingrained in their head that this is how things are.
Larry used to live in a apartment complex, and they used to have, like, if you had flowers on your balcony, they had to be of the appropriate, like a kind,
like,
and if color.
Like, I have daisies. Nope, not on the list.
No. Yeah, it'd be like, I don't know what it was, but he said it was basically whatever flower it seemed like the person in charge who could bully everybody into agreeing to was, because he used to have to go to those things. He's like,
I think my building, as far as anything outside goes, they just don't want you to use your balcony as storage.
Right.
So, like, if you have a bicycle out there, whatever, if you got a grill, chairs, all that stuff, but if you have, like, just stacks of shit out there, you're like, this is all the stuff I'm not using that won't get damaged by weather, but we'll keep it out there. Like, all right, you can't, like, store patio furniture out there. But, like, if you have, like, a couple of chairs, then it's like, okay, well, you're clearly using that. Like, no, I'm putting my canoe out here. Sorry, bro, you can't have a canoe out on your patio. But there's a
patio canoeing.
If it could physically lay down on the patio, then yes.
Yeah, it's more of a kayak.
A homeowner association in Houston, a rich area of called River Oaks. Mm-hmm. The HOA is super pissed about a resident, Tony Busby. Your name is a pun out of itself. He bought a fully functional World War II tank overseas last year for $600,000, and now he's temporarily got parked outside of his multi-million-dollar home in River Oaks. The problem is the HOA is like, you can't have a tank. And he said, show me the rule that says I can't.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know it?
Who had the forethought?
There's nothing in the bylaws that says you can't have a tank. And the thing is, the street parking in front of his house, you can park there. There's no restrictions on it. He said people park in front of his house before, and like, I'm just going to park a tank here. People can still get by. It's a wide one-way street. I mean, like, it's a two-way street, but there's a decorative median.
Right.
So it's one way. It's wide enough for someone to park, and then you could still have a whole lane. You could park a tank and still drive, like, pickup trucks past it. So it's not obstructing traffic. Awesome. But the HOA is pissed. They sent him a letter saying that it impedes traffic, causes a safety issue, and is causing serious concerns for neighbors. The only problem is when people went to go ask the neighbors, no one was complaining. They're like, nah, this is sweet.
Yeah.
One guy said, I wish it was permanent. Like, this it's great for America. One guy said a tank parked on the street in his neighborhood is great for America. And I said, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a fully functional tank.
What it comes down to is one person has a stick up their ass, and they're like, I don't want this to be here.
Dorothy, You will not believe what Tony did.
What?
He parked a tank on the street.
Oh.
Now, I don't mean like that station wagon that you had growing up as a kid. That thing is like, it's huge and like you could just run it into the ground. But there's an actual tank out there.
I don't know, Gladys. It might be good for security. Like maybe they think that
It's aiming at us.
I know that. I just think that like
this is your fault.
This is my fault.
Yes, you've always yelled at him for not having his bushes trimmed.
Well, you told me to go over there and make sure.
But I didn't tell you to be mean about it so much that he gets a tank and aims it at us.
In fact, you said, "Hey, go be mean to him and tell him to trim." I think this is because of your rules. I think when you told him that he couldn't play bags on his lawn,
it's an eyesore to the community to have boxes with holes and throwing bags at them.
I know, but now he's retaliated, and he's retaliated in such a way that I'm not sure that this isn't your fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. How is this my fault? I'm just trying to uphold the rules that have all been agreed upon. Well, I made sure everyone signed this.
Listen, I just think that
you aren't listening to the house rules right now.
I'm just
Dorothy, get to your hole.
No,
get to your hole.
No.
I will have him, so help me God, I'll have him shoot this tank at you.
No, he's going to hit you if he hits anybody.
No, it's big enough.
I told him when he
it'll
was
hit both of us.
I said, you need to play.
I'll go down with the fire.
I told him,
you cannot stop me. I own this neighborhood.
If you want to play bags,
my name is on the street.
Do it when she's in Door County.
You do not talk about my summer home like that.
I said, do it when she's in Door County. I'm sorry.
Don't you bring up my summer home.
People think that you're a Nazi.
You didn't give him proof, did you?
No, I didn't give him proof, but your slogan.
Then I'm fine.
Your slogan, one people, one neighborhood. That seems weird.
No, I'm just trying to unite the neighborhood. Is one together entity to rise up above the inferior neighborhoods around us.
Do you hear yourself?
Yeah, it sounds great. It sounds like we should start building. Let's move over into the next neighborhood. Let's just get those Polish people out of that neighborhood.
Oh my God.
Homeowners association, am I right? Speaking of Muwatu, 41-year-old Takashi Inaba of Tokyo. I don't know. Yeah, I know that's it. That's my friend. He's facing charges of criminal intimidation against a bunch of elementary school kids.
Take that, 5-year-old.
Yeah, what do you think he did to get criminal intimidation against a bunch of elementary school kids? What do you do?
Stole their lunch money.
Close. He put a straw doll, like a little doll made of straw, hanging from the railing of a bridge with a note that said, "All you brats, jump from here and die."
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's close to what you said.
Yeah.
In Japan, straw dolls are used in a somewhat similar fashion to a voodoo doll, apparently.
Yeah.
Because it's an effigy used to summon a curse upon people. And as it turns out, he lives by the school, and the kids were running wild in the park and are too noisy. He just fucking hates kids. He's a get off my lawn motherfucker, but he just wanted. He's like, hey, how about
but he's also crafty, you know?
Yeah, so, he's got ups and downs. Swipe right, am I right?
Fucking Pinterest hatred, man.
He's also believed to have sent over 30 letters to staff and parents of elementary school, bad-mouthing them for their inability to control those noisy kids.
He's like the guy from every end of every Scooby-Doo. I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you pesky kids.
He's also suspected of several cases of graffiti, which read, "Kids are too noisy," on benches and the toilet of a local park where students are known to play. So he's spray painting everywhere, sending nasty letters, and then it's just like, hey, I bet you guys should just die. So noisy. It'd be great? A few more suicides.
Right?
Just really class up the neighborhood.
Just die.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
There's not a lot of love in his heart.
No.
But there's a lot of love, or at least there isn't anymore, in the granola of Neshoba Bakery.
Oh, yeah.
You went out to Massachusetts, of course, and had some.
I just, I read about this, and I had a joke in POV about it.
Oh, how the FDA has reprimanded the baker about the ingredients it lists in its granola. The problem is one of the ingredients it listed was love. And it says your Neshoba granola label lists ingredient love. The agency wrote in a letter. Love is not a common or usual name of an ingredient, and it's considered to be intervening material because it is not part of the common or usual name of the ingredient.
My joke said, the FDA recently posted that love is not a real or appropriate ingredient to be listed on food. So my grandmother's love isn't okay, but castrium is. You know what castrium is?
No.
It's a beaver gland.
Oh, is that the raspberry one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very common.
It's a beaver's anal gland. It makes artificial raspberry flavoring.
But grandma's love, that needs to go.
It can't officially. The CEO, John Gates, said that the FDA was being a kind of like harsh in their mellow, man. He said that it just felt so George Orwell to come after listing
1984.
Listing love as an ingredient. But the problem is, the baker was also warned about products that were prepared, packed, or held under insanitary conditions, whereby they may have become contaminated with filth, or whereby they may have been rendered injurious to health.
Or love.
So it's like, yeah, the love thing needs to come off the label, but you're also violating several health code things.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're pegging us for this love thing, man. Okay, but you're also poisoning people. Yeah, but this love.
I thought the rat feces would have done it, but no, it's just the love.
Sir, we require you to get rid of the rat feces.
No, man. No. You ever hear, like, the Black Eyed Peas song, Where is the Love? And rat feces?
Oh, is that the remix version?
It is.
I don't believe in remixes,
you probably
sir.
haven't heard it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But it's there.
It's interpretive.
What's wrong with the world, mama? People acting like they ain't got no mamas or rat feces.
You know what? I believe that was the original vision of the song.
Children living, children dying
from rat
feces.
Where's the love?
Where's the love?
Speaking of where's the love, this is breaking news.
What?
Most flyers for airline crews treat first-class passengers better.
What?
I know. There was someone actually took time to do a survey by Clarabridge, an online platform for customer feedback, found that 67% of Americans feel first-class passengers are treated better than other flyers on the same plane.
You know what? It'd be one thing if, like, the flight attendants weren't, like, dicks about it. Like, we were coming back from Hawaii.
When you say they're being dicks about it, do you mean, like, because you're not in first class, you're a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're coming back from Hawaii, and I can't remember what the movie was.
Oh, just slumming it back from the islands.
But, yeah. But it was, like... It was the Mark Wahlberg movie where he wanted to play for the Eagles. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, Invincible. I'm upset that I knew that.
Yeah, that's a shame for you.
Fun fact, that was the first movie I bought on iTunes because I had a gift card and I wanted to try out my new iPod. It was a video one. I'm like, oh, let's see. Oh, I haven't seen this movie, and I got it. I'm like, oh, I regret this.
Yeah, I regret my purchase. But the screen in Coach wasn't working. So...
It's like a display one from IKEA.
Right.
Like, ma'am, this is just cardboard, but it's good cardboard, so don't put a smudge on it.
Right. No, but they had like one of those big screens up front.
Right.
Big screen up front. So I was sitting in like first row Coach, and then it was like the middle of the night too.
It's like second place is first loser.
Right. This is like middle of the night like flight.
Okay.
And so not many people are watching the movie anyway. A lot of people are sleeping.
Some people call that the brown eye.
Right. There you go. And I asked the flight attendant, I said, hey, I go, I'm trying to watch the thing. I go, could you leave the curtain open, like, because they're supposed to have the curtain. And now because of the whole thing, it used to be the solid curtain.
Right.
But now because they can't, they need like an eye line from the front to the back. It's kind of like a shower curtain.
Right.
But they still have to have the curtain. It
lets the poor people know that they're still poor.
Yes. So I said, and it wasn't enough to see the screen. So I asked her, I go, do you mind if you leave it open? I mean, it's freaking 3 a.m. It's not like many people are going to be going back and forth, whatever. Then she's like, yeah, no problem. So she goes into whatever. She neglects to tell Sparky, the fucking male flight attendant, because he comes up and shuts it. And I was watching that. And he goes, did you open it? And I go, no. One of the other flight attendants did. I go, why don't you and your fucking attitude go talk to them, but before you go, leave it open.
He's about to learn a lesson.
I'm like,
it's the turning point of the movie.
Either he's gonna play or he's not, and I need to find out. And so he comes back.
He's got a lot riding on this.
He comes back and he opens it, but he only opens it halfway. So now I have to cock my head to the side.
Yeah.
I'm like, you dick. Then they're doing the bye-byes on the way out, and I'm like, fuck you. Like, bye. I'm like, bye. And then I get to that guy, and I go, fuck yourself.
Sounds like there was a misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Not so big of an understanding that he didn't accuse you of terrorism. But it's pretty close. At least you weren't trying to fly a Jack Daniels flag. Because a 29-year-old man in Switzerland recently received an anonymous letter from worried neighbors who, after he hung up a couple flags, accused him of being an ISIS supporter.
Yeah.
The problem, he hung up an Italian flag because he's from Italy, and then he also hung up a Jack Daniels flag because he's an alcoholic. The neighbors wrote in the letter, "Is it necessary to be afraid of you? First the Italian flag and now the black flag of death. Are you an IS sympathizer?" The young man, who decided to remain anonymous because he's being threatened, he just recently moved to the area with his girlfriend a few months back and decided to hang the Italian flag and the Jack Daniels flag in front of his home because he thought it'd be funny. But now the neighbors are assuming he's a terrorist sympathizer because they see a Jack Daniels flag and they think, that's ISIS.
Well, no, the colors are very much the same.
They're black and white, but one of them looks like a bunch of Danger Noodles,
right?
And the other one says Jack Daniels.
No, I agree. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying.
Sounds like you are. Are you a sympathizer?
Sympathizer?
Yeah. Are you sympathizing with the sympathizers?
I can be sympathetic.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. Patrick Tiberius Newson, you son of a bitch.
That is my middle name.
They got you now. He was a little upset when he got that letter from his neighbors, and he's planning on pursuing legal action against whoever wrote the letter because he fears that the rumors they are spreading are damaging his reputation in the area.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah?
Did you see we got ourselves a new neighbor?
Oh, we do? We should go over and say howdy.
No, you don't want to.
Wow, we gotta be welcoming.
Did you not see the flag?
No.
That man.
He's got one of them American flags?
No, he did not.
The Stars and Stripes, they're here for America.
No, he's an Italian ISIS. I knew it wasn't going to go long. I was like, come on, get there.
Oh, damn it. Italian ISIS. This son of a bitch is delicious.
He's lemony. And he's refreshing in the summertime. And I don't want that in my neighborhood around my kids. Get the Italian ISIS out of here. I was like, this is not going to go long.
Man. And then finally, the story that I fucking filed under the wrong thing. It goes back a few weeks actually. Do you remember I don't know if you heard about this, but the press conference when there was a Hurricane Irma update happening, and there was a person doing sign language in it, and
No, I didn't hear about this.
you didn't? Okay. He was there to try to, help out. The county typically uses interpreters from Viscom, which is a professional sign language interpreting service.
Okay.
Viscom owner Charlene McCarthy says she was not contacted about providing services for the press conferences, and the person they had was not fluent in ASL, American Sign Language. The interpreter they used, this is the officials in Manatee County, Florida. So, Florida. The interpreter, his name is Marshall Green, is a lifeguard for the county whose brother is deaf. Okay. So they figured, the lifeguard who has a deaf brother, you could probably give all the information we need to panicking deaf citizens in the state.
Sure.
He mostly signed gibberish, referencing pizza, monsters, and using the phrase, help you at that time to use bear big during the event. Other information he signed was just incomplete at best. But he's just up there, just gesturing along. He starts talking about bear big, and I'm like, you mean Big Bear? I know about Big Bear. It's like, yeah, there's a storm incoming. Sailboats, bears, pancake. It's like, this is a natural disaster.
People are looking around going, what the fuck?
Guys, it's not that serious. It's just pancakes and bears. Oh my God, it's a nightmare. It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
No,
okay, I won't.
Now when there's Italian ices.
I didn't pick up on it when I was reading that story. I was just like, an Italian flag? Oh, and then a Jack Daniels flag that they think is ISIS. Like, man, if I would just remove the Jack Daniels flag from that sentence.
Comedy. The joke I used to tell. I wanted to start a company called ISIS. It'd be different kinds of frozen ices. They didn't want to give me any money. I said, come on. Are you not sympathetic to ISIS? All the kids love ISIS.
Looking for a job? You can join ISIS today.
Join ISIS today.
I really hope there isn't some kind of monitoring thing. They just wade through all the podcasts and like, oh my God, these motherfuckers are recruiting.
Yeah, they just wade. They hear all the shit we've been talking about. It's like Bigfoot juice. This bullshit.
Nope.
And all they get out
snippet,
of there was join ISIS today.
All they hear is Patrick Tiberius Newson. Do you want to join ISIS? And they're like, we got him. Fucking got him.
In that case, no. John Tiberius Cobb.
You son of a bitch. I told you never use my Christian name. So survivalist Joe Badamame. I don't know. He decided to help out by donating some supplies to Puerto Rico. And you're thinking, well, a lot of people are donating. What's so special about it? Well, for 45 years, he's been a doomsday prepper.
Oh, so he's got shit.
Yeah, he's an architect. So he and his late wife built a bunker in their basement that could accommodate 100 people.
Wow.
It was a lead-lined bomb shelter and is stocked with barrels of non-perishable food. He lost his house in foreclosure. During the estate sale, there's dozens and dozens of barrels of dried food and supplies that just didn't sell. So
so he lost his house.
He lost his house, and he was left with dozens and dozens of barrels of food and supplies.
How much do you think it costs to make the add-on for 100 people to be able to live in the basement? I mean, you probably had to add on to it structurally.
Like you could have, I feel like you could have subletted.
Or paid your rent and not.
Nah.
Well, Who am I, the Monday morning quarterback? Go ahead.
So he's donating them to Victoria Martinez Barber and her husband Anthony, who run a local food truck. They have connections that are able to get the food shipped out. The barrels each weigh about 300 pounds and are packed with items like rice, beans, and flour. Just one of these barrels has enough food in it to feed 84 people for 4 months.
Wow.
He says there's non-fat dry milk, there's powdered eggs. Most of the stuff I bought is for long-term storage. Through family connections, Tori was able to arrange for the supplies to be flown to Puerto Rico by a private company. The first shipment is going out either this Monday or last Monday.
This is nice and all. Can someone help this guy get a house? Is he...
I don't know where he's living. He might have just downsized because it was a house for him and his late wife and
100 people.
102
just,
Dalmatians.
Just cozy, me and 100 other people.
A week later, so there's a 1-day turnaround, and then a week later they're shipping out the rest of maybe 62 more barrels. So I did the math on that. That's 18,600 pounds.
Wow.
It could feed 5,208 families for 4 months. The next shipment they're sending out. I don't know how much he has total, but that's like oh yeah, this is the next shipment going out. It's going to be this much. So I mean that is some. For one, that's some serious fucking prepping.
I was going to say, they go to half rations, they could feed 10,000 people.
No, they say it's families.
10,000 families?
5,208, yeah, because they said... Man. Oh, I'm sorry. It is people.
Okay.
I wrote it down wrong at the end there.
So.
Yeah, it's enough to... Each barrel, a single barrel is enough to feed 84 people for 4 months.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's fucking amazing.
Of course, you get a little tired of it, What are we having? Barrel again? You get some of that Italian ice? Oh, man.
So that's super good of him to be.
Yeah.
It's the one Doomsday Prepper story I've ever seen that was like, oh, some good actually came out of this.
Well, and they're commonly known as freak shows. I mean, a lot of these people, like, you watch.
I'm sorry, they just got hit with the hurricane.
No, not the Puerto Rican.
I was okay. I'm sorry. I was like, you son of a bitch.
No,
they're trying.
How dare you? How dare you try to make me sound like that? But yeah, they're just not. I mean, like Doomsday Castle. That's one of those great shows on I think it's on TLC, in which this guy is like building a castle for the end times.
If you're gonna have a castle and you don't call it Castle Grayskull, what are you even doing?
What are you even doing? Where can they find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at Patrick Newsom42.
That's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can find us by looking for our YouTube channel, Stupid's Talking Stupid, or you can also look for us on Facebook, Stupid's Talking Stupid. And yeah, go ahead and do all that stuff.
Or you can find all the other DVMPE stuff on DVMPE.com.
Empire.com.
We got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out. We gotta have new shows coming. I don't know.
We do, but I don't know when stuff is coming, so I don't want to bring it up.
Okay.
And be wrong about it.
Right, there you go.
I'd rather hey, guess what debuted this week?
Right.
Than say, hey, this show's coming out, and then not for 4 more weeks.
So we'll let you know when it happens. That's gonna do it for this week. Stupid Talking Stupid. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.